Good morning students, this is Namita Basnotra and I am here again with a new video on addition and subtraction of fractions. So shall we begin? So now I have one very interesting question for you to solve. Look at it. It says write these fractions appropriately as additions or subtractions. So we don't even know whether we are adding these or subtracting these. Everything we have to figure out. So let's begin. So when we look at this figure here, and I look at it, so I find that there is only one portion or one part of it which is shaded. And how many parts are there in total? That is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I have total 5 parts, right? And out of which one is shaded. So that means fraction, when we write, numerator will be shaded and the denominator will be total. So shaded upon total, that is 1 upon 5. Okay. And now I don't know, this dash here means I will make a box for myself and I don't know what will come in this box till I look at the final answer here after the equal to. So now when I look at it, I have 1 shaded and 2 shaded, and children, how many are total here? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So my fraction will be, yes, you are right, 2 shaded upon total parts, and the total parts is 5. So when you look at it in the answer, what am I getting? Am I getting more or am I getting less? Let me say I'm getting 1, 2 and 3. That means I'm getting more than the 1 part here, right? And it is more than the 2 over here. That means I have added. When I have added means I will put the addition sign here and write the final fraction, which will be 3 because 3 are shaded and total are 5. Right? So this is simple. I want you to do this on your own. This is easy. Alright children, now here we are solving some fractions, and let's first understand what these fractions are. So here I can see one is 1 upon 18. 1 is the numerator, 18 is a denominator, and the other one is also 1 upon 18, where 1 is a numerator, 18 is the denominator. The most important thing is that the denominator here are same. When the denominators are same, then these are which fractions? These are like fractions. So on this slide, I have taken both the questions of like fractions. They have the same denominator, right? So let's begin solving this and let me clear it. So when you have like fractions, then how do we add? So when we have like fractions, so what we do, we will write the fraction as it is, like 1 upon 18, and after that I will put the addition sign and then 1 upon 18 again, right? And when you add like fractions, the denominator only tells you that how many parts the whole is divided into. Okay, so it is not that how many parts you're choosing out of it. It only says, okay, the whole is divided into 18 parts. Or we can take an example, a chocolate is divided into 18 parts, and after that we will add the numerators. So here it is 1, can you see this 1 plus 1, which makes it 2. So we add only the numerator and write it over here. So this means that these are 2 parts of a chocolate which is divided into 18 parts. Fine. So let's do the second question now. From here I'll draw a line. Now in the second question, what is happening? We have again, as I told you, that these are the like fractions. So let me write, and we are subtracting these. So when we are subtracting this, on 15 minus 7 upon 15, I can clearly see that the denominator is same as these are like fractions. So step 1 is you copy the denominator to say how many parts it has. It's okay. So my answer will be, the denominator of my answer will be 15, because we have 15 here and 15 here. And after that we will be solving the numerator. So we have 12 parts, out of which you have to subtract 7 parts. So can you see the numerator here, 12 parts, and you have to subtract 7 parts out of it. What is left? 12 minus 7 is 5. Excellent. So this is 5 upon 15. Like this you will do. Now yes, you can bring it down, but right now I'm not teaching you how to reduce it. There is a way to reduce it and find even the simpler fraction than this. So now I've taken some more interesting fractions which are slightly different for you to add. So the first one is, if you can see here, we have the same denominator. So these are which fractions, like or unlike? Yes, you're right, these are the like fractions. And when you have the like fractions, then it is easy. Then we just look at the numerators and then add or subtract. So let me just solve this for you. So this will be 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon plus 0 upon 4. And these are like fractions as the denominators are same. So in my answer, my denominator will be 4, and I'll be adding the numerators, which is 1 plus 0, and that is how much? That is 1. So my answer is 1 by 4. Is this clear? Easy? Now we come to the second part of the question where I have, so I'll change the color for the second part. Take the red one. And now I have a fraction where I have 3 as a whole number and I have to subtract 12 upon 5 out of it. Okay, so there are different ways of doing it, but then the best way is that first you express it as a fraction. So that becomes 3 upon 1 minus 12 upon 5. So when I look at it, I understand that these are not like fractions. Can you see? The denominator here is 1 and the denominator here is 5. So when you have a case like this, when you don't have a same denominator, then we have to make it same. You have learned it in your comparison of fractions in the previous video, which I made for you. So you learned how to make both denominators same by using equivalent fractions steps. So here again we will be doing the same thing. So my idea is that somehow this 1 should not be there and this becomes 5. For that, when I see 1 and 5, so what will I do? My LCM here is what, children? My LCM here is, remember I gave you the shortcut methods. Yes, 1 into 5 is 5. That means my new denominator will be now 5. I need 5 there. So my step will be 3 upon 1, which should be, actually I have to do something. I have to multiply it by a fraction to get what? To get a denominator as 5. So what will I multiply? Can you see? I'll take the other color. What will you multiply 1 with to get 5? Can you tell me? Yes, you're right. We will multiply it by 5. So 1 into 5 is 5. Now we can, if we are multiplying 1 by 5 to get it 5, so for equivalent fractions we multiply and divide a number with the same number. We multiply and multiply by 5, so you're dividing by 5. It's like that. So now I will get as 15 upon 5. So children, when you have 50 upon 5 here, that is the first part, and the remaining portion is how much? Can you see? Now you have to subtract 12 minus, subtract 12 upon 5 out of it. So I will write a minus and I'll write 12 upon 5. What will I get? What will be my final answer, children? You can see that the denominator is same. It is 5 and 5. So I'll write here as 5. These are like fractions now. And then 15 minus 12. And how much is 15 minus 12? Yes, you're right. It is 3. So my answer is 3 upon 5. Easy? So very good. Let's go to the next question now. Okay, children, this is another interesting question where now you learned the basics of like fractions and how to add and subtract them. So we'll come to level 2 where we are hiding a number that you are subtracting it, or we are hiding one number out of the 3 and we want you to solve it. So in this case, how are we going to go about it? So when I know that my final answer is, children, what? 3 upon 10. And my first fraction is 7. So first question you will ask yourself is 7 a greater number out of the 2? Which one's greater? The 7's greater or the 3 is greater? Yes, you're right, the 7's greater. So that means to make a greater number smaller, what will you do? You think to make a greater number smaller, you have to subtract, right? So we are subtracting. And then you would think that how much shall I subtract? So what will you write? You have to write a fraction here. And clearly, so let's write it and think and write together. So I'll write 7 upon 10 and then I'll write minus, and since I know these are the like fractions, there is one thing I can write as it is, that what will be my denominator here? That will be 10. And how do you know these are like fractions? Because I have a 10 here. Can you see? And I have a 10 here. So these are like fractions. And which is equal to, now they have already given me 3 upon 10. I know that now the 3 is smaller than 7 and we are subtracting it. And what shall I subtract? And how will you solve it? You will subtract now the given 3 from 7 to get this answer. So you have to subtract 3 from 7. Okay. So 7 minus 3 is 4. So your answer is 4 upon 10. Easy, children? Okay, let's look at this part now. This again interesting. So when I look at 27 here, 27 here, these are like fractions. If these are like fractions, means my denominator in my unknown fraction or the missing fraction will be 27 as it is. So this is a good news. When these are like fraction, good news. We have to work less then, isn't it? And then I will write my 5 upon 27, which is equal to 12 upon 27. Fine. And now we look at the final answer, which is 12. Let me change the color. And we have here 5. So that means there is something which should come here, right? And I add that to 5 to get it 12. So how will you solve this answer? You will simply do 12 minus 5. Will you subtract 5 from 12? Can you subtract 5 from 12? Okay, tell me. So 12 minus 5 is 7. So my answer will be 7. And now let's cross check also. 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. So it is this simple. So out of the two numbers which is given, the greater, the small, and one smaller. So that means the smaller one is to be subtracted from the greater and to get the answer, final answer. So children, we have to add some more fractions, and I'm taking different example of fractions so that I can teach you the concepts. So here when we look at the denominator, one is 3 and one is 7. So are these like fractions? No, these are not like fractions. These are unlike fractions. And if we have unlike fractions, then we cannot add straight away. We have to first have the same denominator. And how do we get the same denominator? We get the same denominator by finding the LCM. So the step one is you have to find the LCM of 3 and 7, the LCM of the denominators, okay? And the denominator is 3 and 7. Then remember in the previous video, in the shortcut of LCM, I had told you that if these are co-primes, are they co-primes? Then the LCM will be their product. So that means LCM of this will be 3 into 7, and 3 into 7 is equal to 21. So these are co-primes. And what is 21? 21 is koi mil gaya. What is that koi mil gaya? My new denominator. And new denominator of the equivalent fractions, because we cannot add like this. We have to do something to get the same denominator. So the first step is find the LCM. Second step is and when you find the LCM, what do you get? Koi mil gaya. And then is you have to find the equivalent fractions. And what are equivalent fractions? Equivalent fraction is your denominator, and here this one, that this will come over here. This is a denominator of your equivalent fractions here. This is what you have to do. And finally you have to add. So more or less the steps are same what you have learned in comparison of two fractions. So let's quickly start doing it now. I will be now changing these fractions 2 upon 3, and I will be changing it into an equivalent fraction. So what will I do? I have to now I'm teaching another way, a shortcut where you will be doing it with the question. So I'll write 2 upon 3, make a bigger dash. So I'm rewriting the question in a different way now under it. Then I'll write 1 and make a longer dash here upon 7. Is this clear? And this dash is not looking so good. I will erase it and make it a better one. Okay. This looks better. Okay. So this is my step 1. What have I done? I have just, can you see what have I done? I've just copied this fraction here, copied this fraction here, and copied the sign over here, and only difference is my dash is longer. Okay, after that you will be looking at your new LCM, and LCM is, now this is very interesting. So this is 3 into 7 is 21. So that means, look at here, what is happening here? You already have 3. So what is left? That is 7. Then only you'll get 21, right? So what will I do? I will write here 3 into 7 to get 21. So I'll write here also into 7. Easy. And now look, understand this. This, you know, this LCM line, it helps, works like a trick. It really helps. So you have to look over here. So now 7 I already have. Can you see I have 7? I already have. So what I have to multiply it with? I have to now multiply it by 3 to get 21. So I'll multiply by 3. Okay, and the numerator also you have to multiply by 3. Now when you do this, let's cross check. See what have I done. Here I am multiplying it by 7 upon 7. Yes. Here I am multiplying it by 3.3. Equivalent fractions, the same thing. Only thing is I am now making you to write one step shorter like you did earlier, and we are just changing it in the question itself. So when you do this, this becomes, what does this become? This becomes 21. Yes, and this also becomes 21. So am I getting my new this LCM as a denominator and my new denominator? Yes, I am getting. And now the numerator will be 2 into 7. How much is 2 into 7? That is 14. And how much is 1 into 3? That is 3. So now it becomes a like fraction, and as soon as this becomes a like fraction, we can just add straight away. We have to copy the denominator as it is and add the numerators. So add the numerators, it will become 14 plus 3, which is equal to 17. Easy, no children? Very easy. So children, now this is my type 2 where you have unlike fractions. Okay, so why these are unlike fractions? Can you see 5 upon 6, the denominator is 6, 1 upon 3, the denominator is 3, and you have to subtract these two fractions, and which are unlike fractions. So rule 1 when we get unlike fractions is that we have to find LCM, you remember? So it's the same 3 steps. What are the steps, by the way? Do you remember? LCM of what? LCM of denominator. So let me write the steps here. LCM of the denominator. So when I find the LCM of the denominators, what do I get? I get my denominator of the new fractions, and we have kept a code for it, koi mil gaya, right? So that is, and kaun mila? This is my new denominator. Okay, you remember? So remember the second step is finding equivalent fractions. So I will find my equivalent fractions here. Okay, and equivalent fraction should have which denominator? Clearly I will have this denominator only. And finally you have to either add or subtract. So in this case you will be subtracting. So according to the sign we will do. So basically if you see, to compare a fraction or to subtract a fraction or to add a fraction, you have to follow these steps only, right? So let's quickly begin and see how to solve this. If you remember, in my previous video I have shared some shortcuts, and in those shortcuts I have told you that if you have number like this, what we have here, first of all let's write the denominator. Denominators are 6 and 3, and I can clearly see this is a case where they are multiples and factors of each other. Means 6 is a multiple of 3, or I can also say 3 is a factor of 6. So when you have numbers like this, then also you don't have to solve the LCM. You can think quickly straight away and write what is the LCM here. Yes, you are right, the greater number out of the two will be the LCM. So the LCM here is what? That is 6. So LCM is 6, and 6 is what? Our special denominator, koi mil gaya. So this is my new denominator. So now I have to convert these fractions here and into the like fractions. So let's do that. So remember what I told you, that I will be writing the same question but slightly in a different way. Let me see who remembers this. What was the trick? That you have to just make this bar longer, and then 6, and after that you subtract, and then again write 1, and my this dash will be longer. upon 3. This is easy, right? And after that, now your LCM is 6 and you already have 6 here. So what are you going to multiply it with? Let me change the color. I will multiply 6. How many are 6, children? 6 ones are 6. So I'll write here 6 into 1 and 6 into 1. So I've written that. Okay. Now my LCM should be 6. But what I have? 3. So I have to do something or multiply it by a number to make it 6. So 3, how many are 6? 3 2s are 6. Great. So you know it. So I will be also multiplying the numerator by 2. So these are my equivalent fractions. What will I get in the, now let's solve it. So I'm going to get this number here as my denominator is 6. And what is my numerator, children, here? 5. Yes, you're right. And then what is my denominator here? 6. Yes, you're right. And what is my numerator here? 1 into 2, that is 2. So after I get the same denominators, now they become like fractions. And like fractions are easy to add. So we simply have to copy the denominator and then follow the instruction what we have to do with the numerators. The numerator says 5 minus 2. And how much, children? 5 minus 2 is how much? That is 3. Okay. So now here again one more thing, I think so it's time I can teach you, because when you see the numbers like this, you know, like they come in the same table, we can reduce them in fractions. So how do we reduce them? We'll see the table of 3 and see how many times the numerator goes, and table of 3 to see how many times will the 6 come in the table of 3. So let's see the table of 3 first. Let's run step by step. Okay, so here 3 1s are 3 and here 3 2s are 6. So that means I can reduce and I can write this answer as here 1, 3 1s are 3 and 3 2s are 6. What do we mean by reduce? Reduce is we try to take out the common factor from the numerator and denominator. We can do that in a fraction. Okay, so you just remove the common factor. In both of them the common factor was 3, because the numerator was also getting divided by 3 and the denominator was also getting divided by 3. So this is what we call reducing. So I taught you one more step in this. So when I do this, my final answer will be 1 upon 2. Okay, so let me just put it in the color, yellow color, to highlight it. In your notebooks also, when you write, you can put a box like this for the final answer. It looks good. Okay, children. So now this is the last question of the video, in which I am teaching you how to add more than 2 fractions. So when I look at it, step 1 is same, that you always have to look at the denominators and decide whether these are the like fractions or unlike fractions. So when I look at it, I have 3, 4 and 2 different denominators. So children, if we have different denominators, means these are unlike fractions. When these are unlike fractions, means there will be 3 steps. LCM, you will find the LCM. What were the 3 steps? LCM, then koi mil gaya, you remember, LCM of the denominators and equivalent fractions, and after that, in this case, I would write solve. Okay, because you may have all to be added, you may have one to be added, one to be subtracted. So there can be a combination. It can be a subtract or an add together. So I'm writing here solve means add, subtract, do whatever. Both are can be possible. So according to the question. So when I do this, and I know these are unlike fractions, first thing I have to do is LCM. Now since these are 3 of them, so I have to find the LCM here now. So use that LCM. You learned how to solve the LCM in the previous video. If some of you do not know, please go and watch my LCM video to revise how to find LCM. Okay, I taught you the steps. So let's do it. So we'll take out a common factor here. What is a common factor? I can take 2. So when I write here 2, this becomes 1 or this becomes 3. This becomes 3. So we have to copy it as it is, because 3 doesn't come in the table of 2, right? So 2, how many is 4, children? 2 2s are 4 and 2 1s are 2. So now looking at it, these are co-primes. Can you see, children? These are co-primes. When these are co-primes, we have to leave the question as it is, and we will not be following any further, and we'll try to write the numbers and the factors that we have and then multiply these. So I have here 2 on my left hand side and multiplied by 3, this one, and multiply it by 2, which is equal to how much, children? 1 I'm not writing because 1 will gives you the same number when you multiply, so we can save one step, right? And this is not looking so beautiful, this 2. I am going to write it again. Let's write it beautifully. So I hope this time it becomes okay. Yeah, and this is a better shade also. So when I multiply 2 2s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. So there were two ways, and some can do even this mentally by looking at it, and they can say the table. They know 12 is coming in 3 also, 12 is coming in table of 4 also, 2 also. They can do it mentally, but then you may get even bigger numbers where you have to find the LCM. So my koi mil gaya, my new number, what is that? Important number here, that is 12. Okay, so we have understood how to find an LCM clearly. And now let's write the question once again. And remember, I gave you a smart trick to write this question. And what is that? That we will be writing the question. And let me change the color here. I'll take the yellow color now. So I'll write 2 upon 3. But what was different? I will be writing a longer bar so that I can make my equivalent fractions here itself. And I'm saving a step. You know, if you learn this, you save time basically. You are showing everything but saving, showing equivalent fractions also, and yet you are saving your time, and question moves in an order. So after that, my last one is 1 up by 2. Now tell me, is this okay, or I need to do something here? Yes, you're right, I need to make this longer. Very good, children, you're smart, very smart. Okay, after that, my koi mil gaya is 12, and I've given you a very beautiful trick if you remember, and now I'm going to show you again about the trick. So what do you have here? 3. What do I need is 12. So you have 3 already here. So that means I will be needing 2 into 2, that is 4. So I'll multiply 3 by 4. Why I'm showing you this trick is basically, I know you can do this mentally, but this trick helps when you have the greater denominator like your 16, 18, 20, and it takes time to multiply. So this trick helps, you know, then LCM. It's a great trick which I have made, and I teach my children. It's really great. You will see while working, I'm doing some more questions, how beautiful it is. So I'm writing it here as into 4. Okay. So now this 4, I'm not liking it. I want to rub this and write again. That was a fat 4. I want a proper one. So I'll write here as 4. This one is better. This one's very nice. Okay, now I'll write here plus and then 3 upon 4. So I have a 4 here, means I have now these two. 2 into 2 is 4. What I'm left with? That I'm left with is, can you see, I'm left with only 3 because 2 into 2 is already there. So I will write here into and into, what I'm left with, 3, right? 3. Okay, let's do the final one now. In final one, what is happening here? When you see, I have only 2 here. This 1, 2, and the remaining is left. Isn't it? So I have a 2 here and I have a 2 here. That means, and what is the remaining? Remaining is 3 into 2, that is 6. So I'll multiply it by 6 here and multiply it by 6 here. Now some of you can also do it mentally. 3 4s are 12, 4 3s are 12, and 2 6 are 12. Fine. In this case we can, but there may be cases where you may not do mentally, or for when you get the 3-digit number to find LCMs, or 2-digit numbers to find LCM. Apply this trick. It is going to be very, very easy for you. It is fantastic, I'm telling you. So let's solve it quickly and quickly finish this question also. We'll write our that special denominator, right? So 2 4 is 8. This is my first fraction. What is my second fraction? Again, I'm getting denominator 12. And what is my numerator? That is 9. This is my second fraction, and my third fraction now has become 2 6 is 12. Again, you see, smart we are. And this is 6. So with this, now I have like fractions, and I can add these. I will be having 12 over here, and when I add these, this will become, okay, tell me, 9 plus 8 is how much? 17. And 17 plus 6 is how much? 7 plus 6 is 23. Now there is always a good practice. Now children, let me just clear this screen because I need some more space. So when you have 23 upon 12, does this tell you, convey something? When you have a numerator which is more than the denominator here, can you see? 23, it is more than the denominator. So that means this is a what? Proper fraction or improper fraction? This is an improper fraction, absolutely. And improper fractions can be converted into mixed numbers. So it is always a good practice that you convert it into a mixed number, or we say mixed fraction. Okay, so when we say mixed fraction means now I have to quickly convert it into a mixed fraction. So you will say the table of 12 till you get a number which is closer to 23. So let me just take this away. Yeah, this also. So now I will try writing it. So I know that 12 ones are 12 and 12 twos are is 24. That means only one time it will go. So I'll write it 1 as over here. Step 2. You will be writing this 12, copying it as it is. Okay. Step 3. You will subtract now 12 ones are 12. So that 12 from 23. So 23 minus 12 will be how much, children? Yes, you're right, 11. So my final answer is 111 by 12. So children, this is Namita Visnotra, Math at Ease. If you have not subscribed my channel, subscribe it now and press the bell icon because I keep uploading videos, some interesting math videos with some new tricks always. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.